Okay, 8th grade. I'm going to show you what I want you to do for homework tonight. You're going to go to the 2015 Shared View folder, and there's a new file there called More Solar System Relationships, and you're going to click on that. And I went and I got some information about the eccentricity. So remember, that's the amount that the orbit is kind of off center. And then I also got information about the inclination. And I'm going to be asking you to take this data and to copy it. So you would go up to Edit, Copy. Well, actually, no, you can just do Command-C. And then you would open up your notebook. So I'm going to pick on somebody. Let's see. How about I pick on Benjamin? So he would go to his station 5, and he would go to 5A. And he might have a lot of screenshots and stuff, and he doesn't have any. He might want to put more screenshots here later, depending. If he wants to have a separate sheet, he could put a separate sheet in between A and B, and you could just even rename it and call it 5-A graphs. If just to give it a little extra space if you want to. And then we could just paste that data. And I'm going to be asking you to do a graph and to compare the object that you had assigned to you earlier with this object. So say you did Io right here, and we're going to be looking at eccentricity here. And I highlight these. And you're going to want to, by the way, click the side view right here. This one works best because you can see all the names. Okay? And you're going to give it a title and everything. And then you insert it. And if you were Io, we can put it down here, you would compare Io to the eccentricity of the other planets and the other moons. And then that's what you would write about in 5B. So that's what you're going to put in your results and discussion. You're going to compare both the eccentricity and the inclination. So let's take the inclination. And Halley's Comet inclination is way off, so unless you're Halley's Comet, don't include it in your graph. If you are Halley's Comet, you should include it in your graph. But if I come up here and I make a graph, and again I think the side graph works because we can see their names. And you, of course, will give titles and make your graphs more clear than I did, but you can look at the kind of inclination. So remember, that's kind of how far off the orbit is from the plane, and Earth is set as 0 for this, so it's compared to Earth's orbit. So you can see Eris has a really high inclination, and it also happens to have interesting eccentricity. Anyhow, so I'm going to be asking you to compare your object to the other objects in the graph in terms of eccentricity and inclination. And you're going to do that in your 5B in your results and discussion. You do not need to do a new experiment design and hypothesis for this. Hope that makes sense. Thanks.